Hi guys, my name is Chess Anaconda and today we have a great game between Liepin and Mikhail Tal playing in the Riga 1950. Liepin had the white pieces and he started with e4, c5, Sicilian defense, knight to f3, knight to c6, d4, c takes d, knight takes d4, knight to f6, knight to c3, d6 from Tal, bishop to e2, e5 and bishop go to b3, and we have Boleslavsky variation. Bishop to e7, bishop to e3, bishop to e6, bishop to f3, Tal castle kingside, also Liepin castle kingside, and we have a5 from Tal with the idea to go to a4 and kick that knight. Knight to d5 from Liepin, and Tal continue with a4, kicking this knight, but first we have bishop to d6, attacking the queen, so he moves simply to the d7, and then Liepin move this knight to d2, bishop takes d5, e takes d5, knight to b4, and position of the board is equal. Two Tal's knight attack this little fella, and Liepin defend with the c4, knight to a8, queen to d2, simply developing e2, developing move, connecting the rooks, f5 with idea to put later pawn on e4 and capturing this bishop, so Liepin answer with a g3 and rook to a6, attacking the bishop. He moves the bishop to e3 and Tal play f4. With this f4 move, Liepin had this move attacking the queen, and this is also the move in the game. So that's why in this position Tal should play first e4 with kicking this bishop to g2 and then knight to c2. But we don't have this. We have f4, bishop to g4, queen d8 from Tal, g takes f4, e takes f4, and this bishop is attacked, and Liepin decide to not move this bishop. He could move bishop to d4, and Tal have this move, attacking the bishop and the rook. He don't want this variation. He play knight to e4, and Tal grab this free bishop, and Liepin play a3, attacks this knight, and he doesn't have any square. He's trapped. His only way to escape is to give some material back, and after c takes d, e takes f2, the position is equal, but we don't have that. Tal didn't play this move, he played knight to f6, and Liepin answer with a check, bishop to e6, check, king to h8, knight to g5 from Liepin. He had many threats in this position. First is obvious to play check, forking queen and king, and he must capture with a rook or Tal lose the queen, and maybe later put queen on d3 and deliver the mates on h7. That is the threats. Tal defend with queen to e2, defend this square. Now Liepin took this free knight at b4, queen to g6, pinning this knight to the king, and we have queen to e3, h6 from Tal. Immediately go to grab this free knight, h4, h takes g5, h takes g5, knight to h5, and from this position on the board is equal. But after this next move from Liepin, f4, black had 3.5 piece according to engine. This is big blunder by Liepin. He should play in this position simply bishop to g4, and after bishop to f6, rook to b1, a3, a takes e. The position is equal, but for some reason he played f4, and Tal immediately took this pawn, and Liepin played rook to f2. What happened if Liepin decide to capture with this rook? If he capture this knight with the rook, he lose with this continuation. Queen h5, queen takes g5 check, king to h2, rook takes f4, queen e2, rook h4 check, defended with bishop to h3, rook to f6, queen to e6, bishop takes b2, rook b1, bishop e5 check, king to h1, queen to g3, rook to b2, rook takes h2, rook to h2, and this is all over. So that's why he played rook to f2, and Tal captured this pawn with bishop. Better is to capture with queen immediately, but he captured with the bishop, with maybe later have some crazy discovery checks, but Liepin immediately move from these discoveries, and we have knight takes bishop on e6, and we have check from Liepin, rook to h2 check, king to g8, and after queen takes e6, he forced Tal to trade the queens. If Tal plays something like this, he simply loses the queen and he loses the game, so he must trade the queens, and we have rook to a8 from Tal, rook to e2, defend the pawn, bishop to f4 with idea to block this rook and also attack this b2 pawn, c5 from Liepin, d takes c5, b takes c5, rook takes e6, rook takes c6. We have a trade of rooks, pair of rooks, rook to a4, capturing that pawn, bishop to e3, attack pawn, he gives check, king move to h7, rook to c8, defend pawn, rook to c6, offering trade of rooks, he refused that, and after bishop takes c5, rook takes b7, again offering trade of rooks, he refused with rook c7, bishop to b4, and after this move Liepin resigned the game. Black is clear winning, and there is nothing he can do in this position. So what do you think about this game? If you found this game interesting, like the video, subscribe channel. Also, you're free to put the comments below. See you next time. Have a nice day. Peace.